Namaste. Today we practice abdominal breathing. Come and find a comfortable seat, sitting on a prop to support the spine. I'm sitting on a bolster, but you can sit on a pillow or a cushion or any props you can have at home. And it's important that the knees are resting on the earth so they are supported. If you prefer to sit in a chair, you're welcome as well. Whatever feels more comfortable for you. If you're not familiar with abdominal breathing, and if you start to feel that it's not the kind of breath that comes to you easily, you're welcome as well to lie down and start in Shavasana instead. So lying flat on the earth and being very comfortable. Once you arrive to your seat or lying down, we close the eyes so we can shift the awareness in. We want to start to move inwards, and we block any distractions. And we just begin by observing our natural breath. There is not need to control the breath or to let the breath be in a particular way. We simply let the breath be wherever it wants to be or it needs to be. So usually as we observe the breath changes, the breath deepens. Just note what it starts to change once the breath becomes conscious, or once we become conscious of our breath. Notice if you're holding any tension in your belly, and relax your belly. And you might notice that if you let go of any unnecessary contraction or tension in your belly, there is movement, natural movement as we breathe. And because of our lifestyles and the clothes we use, we might hold tension in the belly. So we want to make sure we can relax the belly. We want to make sure that the belly can move freely. Natural movement. And bring the right hand to your belly. And notice if there is any movement at all. If there is not movement, just hold the intention to really soften the belly and be completely open to the experience. We're moving into abdominal breathing, and you're going to get more familiar with it. And now consciously draw the breath all the way down into your belly. So you find expansion as you inhale, and it's a completely natural expansion. You don't want to feel like you're forcing the breath. You don't want to feel that you're creating tension in the breath. And as you exhale, allow the belly button to start to move towards the spine. And once again, it's just a natural contraction that happens as we breathe out, as we empty the breath. Expansion with the inhalation. And there is a natural contraction as you exhale. You want the belly to be relaxed, especially at the end of the exhale. You want to make sure that you're not contracting and holding the abdominal muscles in. You want to make sure the abdominal muscles are relaxed. And you can use your hand to help you become aware of the movement of the belly. As we inhale and we take the air down into the belly, the diaphragm drops, giving the heart more space, and as well massaging the organs that are underneath the diaphragm, the digestive system. And as we exhale, the diaphragm lifts and it massages the organs on top of the diaphragm. So we have our lungs and we have our heart. And in that way, we improve circulation, we calm the nervous system, we calm the mind. We take full breaths. And you might even start to access the diaphragm for the first time. So we might keep the breath only in the chest, and that takes more energy to bring not even the amount of the breath that we take in as we draw the belly out and in with the breath. So we invite in deeper breaths using less amount of energy and inviting more air in, more energy in, more prana in. And notice not only the expansion, but as well the pause after the expansion. And then notice the drawing in of the belly, the natural contraction at the pause at the end of the breath. And continue exploring your breath. Continue exploring the inhale, the pause, the exhale, and the pause. Acknowledging the movement of the belly as we breathe. And it might take a little bit of effort at the beginning, especially if you're not familiar with this type of breathing. But make sure that you don't feel like you're forcing the breath too much, or that you don't feel that you're creating tension in the breath or in the body. And if you feel you're creating tension, just let go of abdominal breathing. Come back to a natural breath, a breath that feels comfortable. And whenever you're ready, then you come back to belly breaths. And if you find your breath and it feels comfortable and you're finding your rhythm, you can let the right hand come back down to rest on your leg or wherever feels comfortable. And you continue with belly breath. Expanding the belly so the diaphragm can drop down, massaging the digestive system and inviting more breath in. And as you exhale, the diaphragm lifting towards the lungs and the heart, massaging them and improving the circulation. And the breath becomes more calm. And as the breath becomes more calm, the mind relaxes, the nervous system. And the mind becomes more present, focused. And find 3 more cycles of breath. And see if you can bring abdominal breathing into your day. You can practice it at any time, when you're lying down, when you wake up in the morning, as you might stay in bed for a bit longer, a couple of minutes to do abdominal breathing, to practice abdominal breathing. You might do it when you're waiting. You can do it standing up, sitting, lying down. And let's bring the hands together in front of the heart. And allow your head to bow to the heart. Namaste.